views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
Welcome to my show.
Sure.
I'm Patty Hunter of Patty's Page, and my special guest on Zoom is Richard, which one?
Rick Levy.
Let's find out who you are and who are you with and where were you born and all that jazz.
Okay. Well, I was born November 1st, 1949 in Allentown, Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia. And I've been on stage playing music since I was 14 years old.
Dang.
Yeah, so a lot of years. And,
So which band did you start off with?
well, I started with a little garage band in Allentown called The Limits.
The Limits.
The Limits, and we actually have licensed all our music to a label in California. So we've got kind of a cult following, which is kind of neat. And then I started my touring career with 60s groups in around 1985 with Jay and the Techniques, the group that did Apple Peaches Pumpkin Pie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So because Jay was from my hometown in Allentown. And through working with Jay, I met many, many artists, some of whom I went on to perform with, like Tommy Rowe, who I worked with for on and off for 20 years. Peter Noon from Herman's Hermits.
Oh, he's a cutie.
Yeah, he is a cutie. I was his band leader for 3 years. And then I got involved with the Box Tops in 1996.
1996. So that's how long you been with them?
Well, 96, 2006, almost 30 years.
Dang, kiddo.
Yeah. So I've been involved with them as now I'm involved as both a musician in the band and manager of the group. So I handle all the business, all the liaison with our booking agent in California, all the contracts, all that stuff. So I always enjoyed that part of the business.
And being interviewed, of course, by people like me.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun talking to people, and because I think a lot of times fans out there don't realize, just how much is involved in putting any kind of show together.
So with the Box Tops, you've been with them almost 30 years, you say. You have one more year. It's 29 years, my friend.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be with someone.
Yeah, there was a hiatus of a few years when one of the original fellows passed in 2010. Alex Chilton passed away in 2010. And we took about a 5-year hiatus and then regrouped again in the end of 2015. And then since then, we've been going full steam. We've done, all the cruises, the rock and roll cruises, the Happy Together tour.
Happy Together, yes.
Yeah, we've done that. And then we do shows with, a lot of package shows with people like Peter Noon or Tommy James, the Grassroots, the Buckinghams. It's kind of like a big fraternity, actually.
It is.
Everybody knows everybody. It's nice.
How many are left original?
We have 2 original founding members in the Box Tops, Bill Cunningham and Gary Talley, both originally from Memphis. The group was from Memphis originally.
Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah.
That's it.
Get her done, eh?
Yeah, it's a great music city.
You, with the Box Tops, do you sing?
I sing and I play guitar.
Aye.
And actually, there's 5 in the touring group, and 4 of the 5 of us sing. So we have real nice harmonies, and then we always hire a horn section, live horns, because that was always part of the Memphis sound, a horn section. So we like to have that energy.
So you're coming to Shipshewana.
We are coming to Shipshewana June 18th, and that is a great show called American Pop, which is us, the Grassroots, and the Buckinghams.
I interviewed Carl.
Oh, Carl's a
Here,
sweet guy.
Marisi.
Yeah,
Like
Carl's a sweetheart. Yeah.
he says, "Oh, good, you're Italian now. You say it right."
Camarese.
Marisi. I interviewed him twice.
He's a really nice guy. We're good friends. We do a lot of shows with this particular package, and it's sometimes I actually MC the show because everybody says I have a radio voice. And
You do have a good voice.
and I'll go out there at the beginning of the show and I'll introduce, the groups and, tell them it's like going back to the 60s with your AM radio, and you're just going to hear hit after hit after hit. And it's a fun, exciting show.
And nowadays, completely different type of singing. I prefer our age.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only different type of singing, different type of songs.
Right on, rap and
Yeah. I mean, we've had this discussion with so many people that I don't think there will ever be another era like the 60s into the 70s period of songwriting that has this much staying power.
So what genre is your?
Well, the box tops are, pop and rock, but we were always called Blue-Eyed Soul. Blue-Eyed Soul. And that name was given to us and also the Rascals.
The Rascals. I have them
and the Righteous Brothers. So it was blue-eyed because it was white guys. It wasn't black guys, but we had a very soulful sound to our music.
That's cool.
It is cool. It is cool.
So, have you written any songs?
Oh, I've written hundreds of songs in my career. Not that we do in the box tops because they have such a catalog of hits. But in my Limits days, I wrote songs, and in the 90s, believe it or not, I wrote a lot of country music.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've recently just sold a number of those country songs to a record label out of Los Angeles.
Wow.
So you never know. I mean, my philosophy is if you don't do something, nothing will happen. So you got to try it. You
didn't put a wall up. You just say, if I'm going to do it, you can live once in this life, get her done.
You go for it. And if it doesn't happen, well, at least you tried.
That's right.
That's the way I feel.
Not sit in your butt and say, "Oh, I want to do this and I want to do that."
Right. Exactly, Patty. Exactly.
There you go. So, the Ledger
Big song.
Is that the first one that was?
That was the first single they had.
Mm-hmm.
First single, 1967.
Mm.
Went to #1 for 4 weeks.
Wow.
Became one of the biggest songs of the Vietnam War era because of the story. My baby wrote me a letter, and was the back then there were 2 big music magazines. There was Billboard, of course, and there was Cashbox.
Yeah.
And the letter was Cashbox Song of the Year, 1967. And so that's a big honor.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm a going home. Baby, just wrote me a letter. I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone. I'm a going home. Baby, just wrote me a letter. She wrote me a letter, said she couldn't The Box Tops.
I was 15 at that time, sir.
There you go. So we were listening to those songs. Yep, we were listening to those. And just recently, actually, excuse me, USA Today, they did a polling of songs, and the letter came out number 26 in the 100 greatest songs of all time. So that's pretty good. That's a big honor. Big honor.
Who was the main, over the years, writer, composer, singer?
The fellow who wrote the letter was a fellow named Wayne Carson, and he also wrote Soul Deep for the Box Tops, another hit, and he also wrote You Were Always on My Mind for Willie Nelson. So he's quite an accomplished writer. He passed away.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, there was Cry Like a Baby.
Cry Like a Baby was Dan Penn, another excellent writer. You know, it was an exciting time back then because it was new. Everything was new. The rules were just being made up, you know, and you know, you could one or two disc jockeys could start playing a record, and that could take off in the whole country.
That's right.
And that's the way it happened many times. You know, I know our good friend Tommy James, when his first record, Hanky Panky, was recorded.
Oh, I see the reaction to that one.
Hanky Panky, and it was going nowhere. And then one disc jockey in Pittsburgh started playing it, and then it just rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. So it's, you know, they're.
I prefer the.
I think most of the artists, and I'm sure there are exceptions, but most of the artists like us are very grateful that we still have an audience. I mean, this many years after the records came out, you know, now, unfortunately, we're losing artists and we're also losing audience members.
Not with me, you know.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Guys,
we got to stay healthy. We got to stay healthy. You know, I just got a new hip. So,
hippie,
yeah, I'm a hippie now. I'm a real hippie. I'm recovering well. Yeah. So,
you're okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I play music tonight where I live in St. Augustine.
So when do you go on tour?
I have a duo. Well, I was out with the Box Tops last week. We were in Wheeling, West Virginia, and near Cleveland, Ohio. And so I'm back performing again. Yeah.
Don't pull yourself out, kid.
Well, I take naps.
Cat naps.
I take, like, after we're done our interview, I'll lay down for a half hour because I have to play later tonight. So
that's it.
You gotta be smart. You got to be smart about it.
Like, keep yourself healthy.
Yes.
Yes. It's no good to anyone, including yourself.
And you know, for fans and friends who are interested, if they go to our website, which is just boxtops.com, they can get all the discography and the history and photos and videos, and they can get in touch with us and stuff. So that's real nice. The Box Tops in their heyday got their songs from outside writers. They did not write their own songs, like many of the groups. For example, Peter Noon didn't write any of his songs.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, right. He didn't write any of that stuff. Gary Lewis and the Playboys didn't write their own songs. Gary Puckett didn't write their own songs. But that's the way the business was back then. You had songwriters and you had performers.
Yeah.
And then the Beatles started to change all that. When the Beatles and the Rolling Stones started writing all their own songs. Yeah.
I am a writer. I have songs by Patricia Conroy.
Okay.
It's not a single. We're trying to make it into a single. But, you know, if I could share that with you and show you what type of writer I am.
Sure. Anytime. Yeah. Yeah. It's always fun. I always like to hear other people's music. Yeah.
I always ask before I send anything.
Sure. Yeah. Email a link to me. Sure. Okay. Absolutely. And, your like I said, your fans can reach us through the Box Tops website. If they have any questions or things like that, they can join the fan club, which is free to join. It doesn't cost anything.
So this should be shown, this show in sometime in June
Oh, good. Okay.
before you come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Before you come, so
yeah, that would be
people
good
can
before we
be
come. Yeah,
prepared
yeah. So
for
I
it.
should invite everyone in the area to come to Shipshewana, right? To the Blue Gate Theater.
Come on down.
Blue Gate Theater, American Pop. It's the Box Tops, the Buckinghams, the Grassroots. They're going to hear like more than 25 hit records. It's
Why
great.
do I have a feeling we're going to see you there, kiddo?
Well, you will. If you're there, I'll be there. So that's for sure.
I sure would like to meet you.
You will. Yeah, you'll meet me. I'm hoping that I'll probably still be having to use a stool to perform because I probably won't be quite strong enough to stand up yet with my leg.
So how are you going to walk around?
Oh, I just use a cane and get around.
Raising some cane?
I'm raising cane. Oh yeah, you can't keep me down. No. I got it right here.
Merciful
Take
heaven.
my little cane with me.
Mine is like a purple critter.
Oh yeah, I could get a fancy one, but I hope that within another month or two, I don't need it at all, to be honest with you.
You're lucky, you know that?
Pardon?
You're lucky.
I'm very lucky.
Yes, yes.
I'm lucky. I've gotten to do what I wanted my whole life. I really don't have regrets. It's been a good thing, and hopefully it continues until it doesn't. I can't imagine retiring.
Yeah. I mean, what else can you do?
That's right. That's right.
Enjoying life, why not?
Yep. And I live in a beautiful place right on the beach in Florida.
Wow.
I can walk out to the ocean in about 5 minutes. So it's a very nice environment to live in.
Florida. Yeah.
It's a nice environment to live in.
So I was going to ask, since we're towards the end of the show, I was wondering what would you like to share with my audience in encouragement and
Well, I just think that music has always been a great unifier. We're going through some very, very difficult times, not only in America, but in the world.
Mhm.
And
Scary, isn't it?
yeah, and I find that when we're playing music, no matter what a person's political stance is or whatever, this and that, somehow the music can just cut through all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that to me is the power of what we do. We're not curing cancer. We're not doing this, but on the other hand, we're making an awful lot of people happy for during those shows. We're bringing a lot of joy to a lot of people. And that's an important thing.
One last question.
Sure.
Second to last.
Second to last.
I was just wondering, what charities do you help out?
Oh, I've been involved with muscular dystrophy since I was 15 years old.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm actually a lifetime member with muscular dystrophy.
Mm.
So yeah, I've actually been written up in their magazine and stuff. It's been near and dear to my heart for, like I said, since I was 15 years old. That's my main one. Then other ones like Red Cross and things like that,
I've been championing cancer. I worked as an nurse assistant in a hospital in Ontario, MS, MD, and always gave to Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. Well, Jerry Lewis. Yeah. I mean, it's good to give back. It's good to give back.
Bet you don't have that telethon anymore.
No, they don't anymore.
Man.
But that's how I got started, when I was so young, watching the telethon. It was just so great to watch that.
Yes. Well, listen, my friend.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Sayonara until June 18th in Shipshewana. And if they go to our website, they can buy tickets for the show too.
And also, starts at 7:30.
I believe it starts at 7:30.
When do you come on?
We come on second. So I think the Grassroots open, then the Box Tops, then Intermission, then the Buckinghams.
I gotta meet you all. You all.
We'll all be there, Patty.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Blessings.
Thanks so much for having me.
I'll bug you later, eh?
Okay, have a great day.
Okay, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for being on my show.
My pleasure.
Us always for the rest of our lives.